Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar of participatory budgeting. I am your host or facilitator for this webinar, and my name is Monika Rajvanshi. I am an Agile coach and SPC 6.0 certified. I have around 11 years of experience total and 6 years experience in Agile field. I help organizations on their journey to the agility to understand what they can do and how they can achieve the agility, more agility into their system for their customer need to change their like with the changing need of customer, how they can accommodate those changes. So I do help people for that. Along with that, I provide trainings to various for various certifications specifically related to safe. So that is all about me. And yeah, I need to add, like, I'm married, I'm based in India, Pune, and I have two wonderful kids also. Okay, so I think let's proceed with our participatory budgeting portion. So firstly, we should know what participatory budgeting is and from where it got originated. So this participatory budgeting concept, it came from Brazil in 1980s, uh, because of the inequality in people, and because of the poverty, the local people were not getting the chance to take part in decision making for the funding. So that's why this participatory budgeting came in picture. Okay, and it helped those people to get the chance when they were doing budgeting for the organization basis or for the community basis projects. So these people were taking part in those funding voting, and on the basis of those votings, these people were getting, means those initiatives funded. So that was about the history of participatory budgeting. Now, if we talk about the participatory budgeting in community basis, so there are 5 steps we follow. Firstly, we get the collection of the ideas. All the citizens, they submit their proposals for the community projects and initiatives. And on the basis of these proposals, we do the voting. Then these proposals are like viewed, they are refined, they are evaluated by different stakeholders, by different experts, so that they can come to know that, okay, what is the need of public, and what all things are more in the demand, and which all things we need to focus more in the coming budgetary process. Then they allocate the budget by doing the voting for few of the proposals which are selected by the people. After doing the budgeting, they go for the implementation phase, and there they select the project which they have, like, the funding part is done for them, and they allocate different budget for that, and they check how the progress is going on, they evaluate the things for that. That was about the participatory budgeting in community forums. Now if we talk about the budgeting part in safe framework, so it comes under the lean portfolio management. So can I ask, anyone of you is aware about this safe framework or lean portfolio management from the participants?
Yes, I have some exposure, so in safe. So.
Okay, so Kumar, can you let me know what is your are you certified in some safe certification, or you are just using safe in your organization?
No, I'm certified. I'm safe agilist. Yeah,
Okay,
and
that's great.
Scrum Master, so certification.
Okay, 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 great. Okay, so you must have heard about this participatory budgeting in lean portfolio management when you were going through your certification and in your organization also.
And also in the SPC courses.
Sorry, may I know?
I was just saying, also in the SPC courses.
Yes, yes, in SPC courses also. Okay. Okay, so what was the problem in traditional way of budgeting? We used to do this budgeting in yearly basis. Okay, and there also we were doing this budgeting for projects. But what was the problem? Because at that time, when we were doing the budgeting, we were just forecasting what will be the budget, how much work we are assuming that it there will be needed. And we used to do this budgeting for the manpowers. Okay. But we were not, because we were not having enough data. So we were not aware like how much technical requirements we will have, what kind of machinery we might require in the coming time for this whole project. So at that time, when we were allocating the budget, we were not very much sure will that budget will be enough or not. And what used to happen, like we are allocating budget, but we are exhausting our budget before completion of the project. And it was the very usual thing. So that was the challenge. And because of that challenge, this participatory budgeting come into the picture in SAFE framework. So in SAFE framework, what they did, they used this participatory budgeting, which was very common. They means which is very common nowadays in community forums. So they thought that let's try this participatory budgeting in organization basis also. Now what they did,
So what is the cadence of this participatory budgeting? Is that
yeah, in safe
quarterly or
framework, yeah, in safe framework, they say that we should make it on a half yearly basis, and
okay?
every PI we need to review it.
Okay.
Okay. So in participatory budgeting, what we do, as I told you, we do it on a half yearly basis, and the enterprise share the budget, some part of their overall budget to the portfolio. This is for the to the portfolio that okay, now we are allocating this budget to you. Now it's up to you how you are going to manage it. Now that lean portfolio management, they divide this budget among different development value streams, because in portfolio we have different value streams and they are working on different solutions. So now this budget is getting allocated to different value streams. Now we need to manage, like there are few things which are already going on through these value stream which we are already working on. So for those solutions, for those functionality also we need to allocate this budget. And if we want to come up with some new functionality, some new ideas, some new epics, for that also we need to have the budget. That was the reason we need to go with this participatory budgeting, that we can make a balance. Okay. So this participatory budget, it engaged the diverse group of business and technical leader in decision making, which is necessary to establish and adjust the value stream budget. And who all are like a part of that we are going to discuss in coming slides. Okay, firstly, we will discuss about the steps of participatory budgeting. So what are the steps? Firstly, we need to prepare the content. Who does it? Usually SPC is the person who prepare the content. He will make the list, what all the epics, ongoing epics we have, what all the new initiatives people are working on, and which all have already completed their MVP and which have proven the hypothesis. Only those new initiative we will consider here. Then, as we are having, this is a very important event, and because we are going to discuss about millions of dollars. Okay, so we need to assemble the people, and these people are like these are the epic owners, these are the CTO, these are the HR heads, finance head. So all the people who are working on the top level, they are the one who take part in this participatory budgeting process. So we assemble those people and then we conduct the forum. After conducting the forum, we analyze what result we got, what kind of voting we got, what kind of funding people did for different initiatives. And on the basis of that, we take the action. So let me explain you this whole process one by one. Firstly, what we do. Firstly, we prepare the content. Who does it? As I told you, SPC is the one who prepare the content. So imagine we are getting ready for this participatory budget where everyone gets to say that how this company's money to be spent. Now, it is very important to start by making sure that everyone know what's going on, what matters, means what should be the thing which should be matter, and what we are trying to achieve with this participatory budget. So let's take first thing first. So firstly, we need to lay out the business context. Okay, this means we are explaining what's currently happening in the company, what's our big picture goal, and we can say like what is the strategic theme of company for this portfolio, and we are going to discuss the portfolio vision also. And this info will help everyone to understand why we are making certain investment. Okay, for which all initiatives, for different initiatives, I should say. Then we need to know how much money we are going to play with. What is the total portfolio budget? And with that, what are the guardrails that also should be clear with each and everyone, so that they will be aware that how we are going to spend the money, and they are spending money wisely and balancing what we are already working on and what we are means looking as a new opportunities. Then baseline solution investment is the like basically we do the funding, we allocate the money for the solutions which we are already working on. So we spend the money on the stuff like employees, contractors, vendors, and what all the functionality we are using, if there is like what is the cost in sales marketing for those products. So everything we consider, and we allocate certain budget which is required for that. Why we are doing that? Because our portfolio is successfully running that product or solution, and that is creating the bread and butter for that portfolio, I should say. So definitely we need to fund that. When we are doing this funding for baseline solutions, we need to check for if there is any like important event coming in the 6 months time, like if there is any release, or if we are going for any big demo, or if we are like making a change in the like functionality of our epic. So that kind of thing if we need to consider, and we need to check how our product is working in the market, is it means how is the performance, and on that basis we need to do the funding for this baseline solution investment also. After that, this proposal solution initiative is the thing which where we actually play the game, I should say, because these are the new initiatives which comes in front of a whole participatory budgeting team. So each epic owner, they present their idea, and they discuss like what they are expecting, what is the business case they have created, what was the MVP, what was the result, how much they are expecting, how many epics it is going to take, how many PIs will be there, and how much manpower they are assuming to be required to complete that. So all these things were discussed, and on the basis of the outcome, they do this pitching. It is like we are pitching our product in Shark Tank. Okay, so in that way we do the pitching, and on the basis of the data, people discuss this initiative and do the funding or do the voting for few of the solutions. This is about the content part. Now, because I am just explaining you what is proposed solution, what is baseline solution, so that you will be aware how the things are moving. Now, what happened? This was the first content, like we are preparing this content, and who is doing that? SPC. So he is going to get it like what all epics are there into the portfolio Kanban, and who all have successfully completed their MVP, who all means got the nodding like, okay, this hypothesis is proven or not. So on that basis, they are creating that content. Now, second step is assembling the participants. So because this is an important event, and here we are going to discuss millions of dollars, so everybody is notified in advance. Okay, everybody get this thing like, okay, you need to book your calendar that this is the important event and you need to be here, you need to be present. So unless there is a very critical situation, everybody take part in that event. Okay, so who all are the participants? We can say LPM, product management, um, epic owner, enterprise and solution architect, business owner, finance, marketing, sales heads, and other people also could be there, but not the product owners, not the scrum master. They are not the one who take part in that. Sometimes RTE and STU could also be the part in this participatory budgeting. Next, after assembling the people, what we are doing, we are creating the groups. We make the group of 5 to 8 participants for each table, and we make them sit. And when we are making them in group, what we make sure that we are mixing the roles from different value streams. Why we are doing that? So that each group is having representation from one value stream at least, and they are making the debate, they are making the discussion, so that each and every person from that value stream get to know the other's perspective also. That's why we are making this groups of mixed people from different value stream. Next, what happened? We conduct the forum. Now, this is the important thing. When we conduct the forum, this is the agenda. Like at the time when we start conducting the forum, the SPC who is facilitating this event, he will come and he will start facilitating. He will ask the business people to come and explain the business context. So like business people will come, they will set the scene, they will let us know like how our performance are going, how the sales and the customer satisfactions are going, what all big changes we are going to make. And why we are doing this help us to understand why we are budgeting on the way we are and what goal we are going to achieve with that. Next is epic and solution briefing. So what happened in epic and solution briefing? All the epics which are there into the agenda, which are there into the list, they are briefed. All the solutions are briefed. We means SPC will let us know that okay, what are the projects we what are the ongoing projects we have, and what are the ideas we got for this participatory budgeting meeting. So on that basis they will say, discuss like if there is any milestone and any new project means any new thing coming in the current project, so they all discuss that thing and they contribute, means by this they contribute to the uh, they make the like not just contribute, they make the decision like how much we need to allocate for the ongoing projects. Then participatory budgeting process, it happens like they take the part in uh, we can say voting. So here we have like people are having using fake currency sometimes, and they do like, it is like you have a list of shopping items, okay, and you have given the certain amount of money. Now you need to choose which all items you will take. Suppose your list, as per the list, the amount should be 10 million, but you have 6.5 million in your kitty. So now you need to decide what all things you will buy and what all things you will leave, and on which basis you will decide, that we are going to discuss. Like what are what are the things which are going to be the describing factor, deciding factor, sorry. Then this participatory budgeting forums, like as I told you, here we do the voting part. After this and moving forward, we would just check like what kind of response we got from each of the table, each of the group, and on that basis we allocate the fund to different value streams, different initiatives. Then we go for this participatory budgeting retrospective. We check like how we can improve the things, what worked well, what didn't work well, and in next participatory budgeting meeting, what we can improve, how we can improve the things. So that is in brief the conduct of forum. Now from conduct the forums, most important thing is participating in the forum. So let me explain you that thing in little detail. So here is the actual part we are taking, because here we are discussing how much budget we need to allocate for which initiative. So firstly, they do the discussion for baseline solution investment. So they check the condition, they check the status, they check the growth, and they check how much share they should allocate from the budget for this baseline solution, because it is already running. So what is the current status, how much things they are expecting, what is their roadmap for next 2 PIs, and on that basis they allocate the budget. So here for this baseline solution investment, like there is no much I can say it is like each group pool some amount for from their budget, and they allocate it for the baseline. So there is no much discussion in that, and not much conflict in baseline solution investment. Next comes the proposed solution investment. Here what happens, because there are like 5 to 10, if we take like 5 to 10 initiatives which are listed in the list, from there we can just take like 2 or 3 initiative, or we can take 3 or 5 or 6 initiative max. We cannot allocate the budget for each and every one. Now each epic owner want that their solution will get selected. Okay, so they prepare the pitch before coming to this meeting, and they present their idea, what they have done, what they have achieved, and what they are expecting, and how they are expecting it to be there into their means what they are expecting this solution to help the organization to go to a certain level, like 2% growth for the organization, or 3% growth, or whatever number. Okay, so now we need to divide the amount for all the initiatives we are liking. We think that okay, as per the organization they are good to go ahead, and they are going to provide a good result for the organization. And here what happens, because we have mixed the people from different value streams. So the person who is presenting this solution or this idea, so the person might influence other people from their value stream, but he or she or the person will not be able to influence people from different value stream, or the I can say like different other people from different functional areas. So here they need to present their idea very strongly, so that they can influence others also, and make them we can say confident in their idea. Okay, so that is the important thing, and because it is based on that, they get the fund for their solution, what they are working on, what how much advantage their organization will get if they will implement their idea, and how much time or effort or resources will be needed to complete that. So on the basis of that trade-off, they select all the participatory budgeting team fund for that idea. Now when we are funding for those ideas, when teams are discussing, when the groups are discussing about those ideas, they do funding for few ideas overwhelmingly, like they are very much influenced, they really like the idea, and all of them uh, gave the fund for that idea. So sometimes what happened, like one idea just means it was needing only 30 million amount, but they got 50 or 60 million, because they got the overwhelming response from each and everyone. In that case, they do the funding again, they go for the this funding part again, and at 30 million, when they reach the 30 million, they put the cap, and the rest amount they distribute for other value streams or other ideas. So in that way, we check which all ideas are getting funded. Now on that basis, we create this kind of results, like already baseline investment solutions, they are getting funded fully, whatever is the requirement, because that those all things are already running, and we need to go for that. Then for few ideas we are getting overwhelming some support, because all the people or most of the people are thinking that yeah, these ideas are good and we need to go ahead with that. So they are getting overwhelming support for these. Few ideas, like some people are liking them much, some people are not liking them enough, but still they are getting support from maximum of the group, and they got the fund somehow, like few people have given the support overwhelmingly, so they have put the whole fund for that. those ideas, and few people have done the funding partially. After that, there are one or two ideas which get partial fund overwhelmingly. So, like, few teams are liking those ideas very much. And if most of the teams or most of the groups feel that this idea is good enough, but the uh, cost is quite high, so what we need to do, we need to just give them little more time. We need to provide them a little budget so that they can refine and polish the initiative, and they can come back again after 6 months with this idea how we can move ahead after changing the or reducing the cost of that epic. So they allocate some budget for that 6 months time so that the epic owner can work again on that idea, and they close the budget. They close this participatory budget till their whole budget get exhausted. Now, on the basis of these four situations, they means LPM team analyze the result. They check that, okay, baseline solution investment, because this is the first need, this we are going to go ahead. This one or two epics, they got the overwhelming response, so definitely we are going to go ahead, we are going to start implementing this in the next PI, we are going to start working on this. Or if not next PI, means epic owner will think like how we are going to progress, and then we will start progressing. Then few ideas which got strong support, they are also funded, like for next PI, next for 6 month time, what all fund they will think they will require, we are allocating that fund to them. And some funds we are allocating for those initiatives which are quite good but need some refinement and restructure. So in that way, we analyze the result, and this analysis is done by the lean portfolio management. Now, once the lean portfolio management finalize this budget, value streams adjust the work based on the current fact and business results. Now, all the empowered arts then pull the next approved epic and set the work items. Then value streams, they are reorganized to align with the new budget as if there is any need, because if we are changing, we are coming up with new epics, we need to reorganize the value streams also. Now, organization changes are coordinated with HR team, legal team, finance team, functional managers, and other people who are connected for the operational purposes. Because if we are starting new epics, we need to need new manpower, new licenses we will require, finance people will also be needed to work upon with that. So all the peoples are connected, and they are organizing the changes, and they are coordinating with these changes. Then LPM work with the key leaders also to communicate and implement these changes which they have discussed, to update the backlogs, because product management team should also be involved in that okay, we are going to work on these epics, now you need to create the backlog, and now you need to prioritize the features for just to take those features into the PI. That through this we create this value stream. If means this is all about the value streams. Now, what are the benefits we are going to get from this participatory budgeting? Because here we are putting so many effort, people are coming from here and they are discussing, they are debating, they are funding few projects, they are not funding few projects. So what are the benefits, why we are going for that? So benefit is like participatory budgeting ensure that involved value stream stakeholders make better decisions. They are not just biased for their value streams, they will see what all the ideas in whole participatory budget. And one more thing, yeah, when people are presenting their ideas, all the people will present their ideas, and after that we start budgeting part. Because we cannot just do it after completion of each pitch, we will do the budgeting, we will do the voting, or we will do the funding. No, we will listen all the ideas, and We will make note, we will discuss it in between, and on after completion of all ideas presentation, we will decide which all ideas we are going to vote for, we are going to fund for. Okay, so next benefit of participatory budget is like it gives the leader different viewpoints from various stakeholders, because different stakeholders are present, so each one might be thinking different thing, and on that basis they are um, putting their views, so we are coming to know different perspective. Next is participatory budgeting help everyone agree on tough funding decision, because definitely we cannot take all the initiatives all together, so what all things we need to take first, what all things we can take in next PB, that we need to decide. It boosts the involvement and happiness among team members, because each person is aware that okay, if I will create a good idea, if I will work upon a good epic, if my epic is going to be beneficial for the organization, definitely my epic will be picked. Then it also cut down on the time and effort which is needed to put plans into action. Definitely, because here we are making the decision in 1 day time only. The resulting budgets are more practical and feasible compared to top-down directives. Because if we make it in top-down direction, people who are taking the decision, they will not be aware about each and every condition of that value stream, or what is the actual need of that value stream, or what is the actual work we are going to achieve through this epic, so they will not get all the perspectives. Then it helped the organization to increase the ownership, which boosts the morale and usually lead to great effort from employees to meet their forecast. Because who is the epic owner, he will feel like okay, my epic got selected, so now I need to put my 100% for this epic to be successful. So that kind of sense of belonging will be there into that person, and he or she or that person will be 100% dedicated for that initiative, I should say. Then last point is participatory budgeting foster better consensus and support for funding each value stream. It is not, we are not getting biased to any of the value stream, we are just putting people together and we are giving them the chance, like okay, whatever you are doing, it's fine, but you, what all things you can start more, those those all things are in your hand. On the basis of funding, you can start. So guys, this was all about the participatory budgeting, and thank you for listening me patiently. Let me know if anyone have any question, I will be happy to help.
So you mentioned about the participative budgetary is review at every PI, right?
Yes.
PI. Okay. So what is the duration normally?
Usually it is on quarterly basis we do the review, but
Okay.
we do the participatory budgeting in 6 months time. Why? Because in participatory budgeting we are discussing the millions of amount, okay, and if we will make it very frequently on 3 months basis, so we need to do it on, like we need to create some guidelines also, we need to shuffle our value stream also, we need to allocate new resources also, and if we will do it on quarterly basis, the whole value stream will not be stable, remain stable, I should say, and
Okay.
lot of extra thing will be there. So that's why we are just reviewing it on quarterly basis during before PI, before next PI we usually do the review, and at the end of 6 months we again do the participatory budgeting.
Okay. Okay. So if you look at the time box, so it's a 1 hour meeting or 1 to
No,
2 hours.
It's more than 4 to 5 hours.
Okay. Okay.
Because why it is so long, because here people are presenting their ideas, they are pitching it, okay, and before that we are seeing what is the business context, how the things are going in past 6 months, what we have achieved, how each value stream was performing, how each epic was performing, those all things are presented, and after that we get the pitch by each epic owner, then we do the voting.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Monika.
Welcome. I hope I made it clear for you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any other question?
Yes. This is Wiseland. Monika, thank you for
Yeah,
the
hello, Mr.
uh,
Wesley.
yes, thank you for the great presentation. And
Thanks.
if I can add on a couple of things, right? So team, as you're aware, there are some tools associated which Scaled Agile provides to support the concepts that you have learned here. So you can always reach out to, I think I know most of you all in this call as well. So you can feel free to reach out to Monika or me
Yes,
after
yes.
the call, and we'll be happy to, show
Help.
how you can act. Some of the things are free for you also. You can just work with Monika offline,
Sure.
and we'll be happy to, help you guys further if you were to do a dry run with your executives.
Definitely. Actually, I was about to add those things, but because of the copyright thing, I could not. So
Yeah.
if anybody wants any help, I will be happy to help. Definitely.
Yeah, but those are Wiseline, you are talking about the portfolio management, right? Portfolio management using because I used Clarity on my last client,
Actually,
Clarity and
oh,
PlanView, but Clarity is a portfolio management tool. So
no. In SAFE framework, we have co-fund and collaborate that we can use for participatory budgeting.
okay.
So if you have an active SAFE certification, then that is licensed, available for you all to download and use. And you can use it, which will be, I run that experiment with many executives, either as a team building activity or in some cases to predict the actuals as well. So absolutely, if you have an active SAFE certification, I recommend, like Monika mentioned, you maximize the value of your certifications from that portal.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Is that only active certification for one person, or everyone participating has to have an active certification?
That's a very good question. So, Kevin, nice to hear from you. So, Kevin, there are two pieces here. The Safe Collaborate, you can use it with anybody in your organization.
Okay.
I can show that. The Safe Co-Fund is something that you have to, get the company license. That way, everybody can use it in your organization. But
Okay.
Safe Collaborate is you can reach out to me and I'll show you how you can run the experiment with your organization. Me or Monika would be happy to help.
Oh, I already understand that because we went through that a couple times when SPC course, and I came across it multiple times actually.
Nice, Kevin. Yeah, I think absolutely, Kevin. So you are spot on. So Safe Collaborate, you can definitely use it. If you're an active licensed member of Scaled Agile, you can use it with your organization.
All right, cool.
That's great job. Thank you, Monika. This is very insightful.
Thank you. Welcome.
Very good. It breaks it down into an area that possibly didn't get into the SPC course because it's coming from an LPM standpoint. So yeah, now I understand it a little better.
No, in SPC, yeah, it is not taken in that much detail, I should say.
Right.
It is there, but the participatory budgeting is, they are just touching upon.
Well,
They have not
you did
taken
the
the
preliminary
details.
courses before we go into the participating budgeting and basically collaborate, where everyone gets their values, what they're going to have, and you get your features you put in and let them decide if they're going to fund it or not. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Monika. Thanks, Wiseline. Thank
Yeah.
you, everyone.
Come.
I need to drop here. So thank you, guys.
Thank you,
All
Monika.
right.
Great job. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Monika. Have a good night, Monika.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Good night. And guys, you
Thank
can
you.
reach me out on this LinkedIn profile also. If
Okay.
anybody wants to connect with me, I will be
Oh.
happy to help you out if you have any query.
Sounds good. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Monika.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.